across Tasmania. This is Tas News 24 with Kane Dello.
Hello and welcome to the program. We start our week in review with the details surrounding the coronavirus, which has now been declared as a global emergency by the World Health Organization. The decision was announced after a Geneva meeting of the International Organization's Emergency Committee, an independent panel of 16 experts, and amid mounting evidence of the virus spreading to some 18 countries. The disease has killed 170 people in China, with 7,818 cases confirmed by Chinese health authorities, and there have been 9 confirmed cases of the virus in Australia. Prime Minister Scott Morrison addressed the media and had this to say.
Extended to those countries, but I stress there is a rather limited window here, and we are moving very, very swiftly to ensure that we can put this plan together and put the operation together. I stress that this will be done on a last in, first out basis. What that means is we're working with the community that has been identified there, and the Foreign Minister can go into more detail about this. For those who have been there who do not have an established support infrastructure in where they're living, they would have been shorter term travellers to that area. They would not have been living there for many years. And we're particularly focused on the more vulnerable components of that population. That's young people, particularly infants, and those who are elderly. And that would be our priority in any operation we were able to put in place. Those assisted with their departure, and those arrangements will be done on the normal commercial terms that are done for assisted departures in these circumstances. We will be standing up Christmas Island as a quarantine area. They will be transported to Christmas Island, where we will also be putting in place the AUSMAT team, which will be travelling there to provide the medical support, and that will be supplemented as is necessary by other defence support which can assist, and other support that is provided through the medical system to ensure proper treatment facilities are there. I also want to stress that for Christmas Island, we will be ensuring there will be support provided directly to the Christmas Island community, completely separate and quarantined from the support that is being provided in the quarantine zone.
Airlines have started suspending flights to China in the wake of the outbreak, but the organisation does not recommend limiting trade and travel due to the virus outbreak. Prime Minister Scott Morrison has announced the government would attempt to evacuate isolated and vulnerable Australians caught up in the outbreak of the deadly coronavirus in China. As many of 600 Australians have registered as being in China, and evacuees will be transferred to the detention centre on Christmas Island. Lisa Preston, the chairwoman of the Christmas Island Tourism Association, said the facility is there and ready to go. I think the families who have relatives stranded over there will think that this is a very workable solution. Ms Preston said the evacuees would be well looked after on the island, with the detention centre equipped with its own medical centre. We have been advised the detention centre and facilities are away at one corner of the island, where the tourists don't even visit. A young woman in Tasmania has been cleared of having the deadly coronavirus. The woman, aged in her 20s, has reported feeling unwell after a recent trip to China and was tested at the Launceston General Hospital earlier this week. Her test returned a negative result yesterday. Of course, we will bring you further updates on the developing story as it comes to hand. A bushfire in St Mary's in Tasmania's North region has been downgraded to advice level. Tasmania Fire Service advised the fire was first reported about 3 p.m. yesterday. According to TFS, there is no immediate threat and crews are currently containing the fire. The estimated size of the area to have been affected by the fire so far is around 20 hectares. The cause of the blaze has yet to be determined. A former Dominic College teacher and ex-Catholic priest will be brought to Tasmania from a Victorian prison after he was charged with 6 counts of indecent assault. The man, aged 66, taught at the Glenorchy School in the 1980s. The matter will be heard at the Tasmanian Supreme Court on March 23rd. Australians are outraged to learn not all of their spare change and donations they provided have gone to the bushfire affected areas. In a recent investigation, it uncovered that not all the monies donated to charities were given to people and organisations affected by recent and devastating bushfires. 3 major charities in Australia have not provided the full amount to those in need. The Red Cross received over $95 million but only gave $30 million to those in need. The Salvation Army received $40 million but only provided $7.5 million to affected communities. And the Vinnies received $12.5 million but only handed over $1.1 million. This is concerning that Australians are trusting these charities to do the right thing and pass on people's donations to where they need to go. We understand that charities require to charge admin costs, etc., including one charity that charged 10 cents for every dollar they received for administration costs. However, there is still a large portion of that money that appears to be unallocated. Some charities, like the Australian Red Cross, have said they are keeping some portion of the funds raised through donations for a 3-year disaster and recovery fund. But that doesn't help the devastating families that have lost their homes and need financial support now. We'll bring you further updates on that as it comes to hand. Now, after the break, we'll bring you the story about a pub brawl in Ulverston in the northwest of Tasmania.
You bring the family, we'll fetch the entertainment. Get the things you love to watch with a fetch box. With one simple menu and one remote. You'll need your TV, antenna, broadband and a fetch box. Enjoy free-to-air TV live or later, recorded up to 6 shows at once, or via catch-up. Stream your Netflix, Stan and YouTube to your TV. Buy TV shows or movies on demand, thousands of them, with all the latest releases. Add $6 channel packs, kids, knowledge, vibe, variety, or get over 45 channels in the ultimate pack to watch at home or on the go. Get fetched today from JB Hi-Fi, in-store or online. TV, streaming, channels, and over 8,000 movies. All your entertainment in one place. Fetch, we bring it.
They should be playing a spinner on this pitch.
I'm not worried about data.
With DataBank on Telstra Prepaid Max, you don't have to worry about data.
Data.
In recent weeks, a story about a pub brawl that went viral on the internet in Ulverston, in the northwest of Tasmania, has gained further attention. Tasmania Police have asked that if anyone who witnessed the event to come forward. The footage you're about to see is distressing, so viewers' discretion is advised. You can clearly see the fight starts out as an argument between 2 males. Then one male is punched to the face while the other continues to yell at him. We have been told bar staff from the hotel establishment used their panic alarms to trigger a police response. Shortly after, a man dressed in orange work gear is seen standing next to another man who are having a conversation near a pool table, when the man out of nowhere king hits the other patron, who then is seen to lose consciousness and falls to the ground. The brawl then spills out to the front area and roadway of the venue. This is horrific and police are appealing to anyone with information about the offenders to contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. Recently, Tasmanian motorists have needed to travel with caution whilst driving around any part of the state, as evades from police are on the rise and brings into question how do these dangerous situations keep happening. Just recently, a motorcycle was reported stolen. Then a few hours later, Tasmania Police intercepted the offender and stolen bike in Clarendon Vale. It's here we have obtained exclusive vision of a Tasmania police officer being collected by the offender on the stolen bike. Let's take a look. Police have stated the offender was taken into custody at the scene and further investigations are continuing. The police officer suffered significant bruising and is expected to make a full recovery. It seems more and more of these evades are happening and more situations involving police are on the rise. You might remember the story we brought you earlier this year after a police officer killed a pedestrian after running a red light. We were told by police that media would be given updates on the progression of the investigation. However, we can tell you that we did write to Tasmania Police Media Unit, but like on all occasions, they have refused to communicate with us. It begs the question, will the police officer who killed the pedestrian be fronting a Tasmanian court anytime soon for negligent driving? We will keep you updated on that story. Of course, our email to police media is on our website. Now for a look at the weather. In Hobart today, it reached 38 degrees and we'll have an overnight low of 23. Saturday is looking cloudy, but with warm conditions and possible showers with a top of 28 and a low of 23. For Sunday, it will be a top of 21 with showers and thunderstorms with a low of 13. In Devonport today, it was 29 and expected to have an overnight low of 19. Saturday, we'll see a shower or two with a top of 22 and a low of 11. For Sunday, cloudy, possible chance of rain in the morning, looking at a top of 19 with a low of 10. Now for Launceston today, it got to 36 and looking at an overnight low of 21. Saturday, slight chance of showers going for 24 and a low of 10. Sunday, cloud increasing and the temperature will slowly drop, looking for a top of 20 and 10 overnight. Well, that's our Friday wrap up. You can find us at tasnews24.net or like us on our Facebook page. And if you have a story you want to share, send us an email, news@tasnews24.net. Until next time, enjoy your evening and have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.